Hello, today I'm going to show you how to plant your bonsai tree. So what I have here is a juniper bonsai tree that I bought for $12. I have the soil that I bought from the same place for $2.50. Here I have gravel for the top just to make it look better. Then I have a pot, and to gauge the size you want the original pot to be able to fit inside like that. Then I have 2mm gauged wire that I also bought at the store. And down in here, to start with, you take some mesh and put in the drain holes. All you do is cut it out enough to cover the hole, put a piece of the wire through it, then bend it back over on the back side. Do that for all the holes. And then these wires out here are to wrap around the roots of the bonsai. We'll get to that later. And all you need, some pliers, wire cutters, scissors, and something to jam into the roots. So get started on planting it. Alright, so we have our bonsai here. As you can see, it comes with a lot of fertilizer around it, so we're going to want to save that so we can put it on top for later. Kind of dump it out into a box or wherever. And take your tree, push around the side of the pot to break up the roots. You want to slip it out there. And then what you're going to want to do is get rid of most of the old soil before putting in the pot, so you can put the new soil in there. Just like that. Just kind of break up the roots a little bit. Then you're going to want to see if your roots need to be cut, if they'll stick out of the pot too far, or if that's going to be okay. And for that, I think once the soil's in there, they'll sit perfectly. Won't need to worry about the roots too much. Maybe just trim them up a little bit so there's more room to grow. Yeah. So I'll cut some of these off here into the box here. Don't make a mess. Just some of the longer ones. You don't have to be too gentle, because the tree wants to live. And this usually needs to be done in late winter, early spring, so the tree has time to recover and it's not too cold out. Give it good clippings there. It's probably about good. Then just look at that. There's plenty of room around the sides. Everything will be nice and cozy once it gets in there. You can set your tree out for now. You want to put a little layer of your bonsai soil in the bottom. Just enough to cover the holes a little bit, like that. It's maybe a 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more. A little more would be better, like that. There you go. So there's lots of drainage, so the water doesn't sit in your roots and rot them. And then you want to find the front side of your tree, or the side of the tree you want to be seeing. So I'm thinking facing me, that's going to be the front. Now let me look around here. I like that. Now a lot of people either offset their trees in the corners to make it look more natural, which I'm going to offset a little bit. And then I'm going to take the rest of my soil, just a little bit around the sides, and then I'll tighten up the roots here so the tree doesn't move around. What you want to do is just take your wire here and get it on the sides of the roots like so, and then twist it around a few times by hand. Like that. Just do that for now. Take the other one, do the same thing on the back side or the front side, it doesn't matter. And this is just to stabilize the tree since it's in such a shallow pot, so a breeze doesn't knock it over or anything like that. Get that nice and tight. Okay, make sure the roots are all down. Put a little bit more soil. And spread it around. And then take your cutters and snip the ends of your wire off. Get those out of the way. Tighten that down a little bit more. And then take your pliers, give the wire a few more quick twists to get a little bit tighter. Like that, pull on the wire, tighten it a little bit. Do that with all of the wires. Not too tight, but tight enough where it'll stabilize the tree well. Like that. Then you can just push them down to hide them. But you shouldn't need to worry about that too much. Then take more of your soil and then just fill it up. Then just put it in most of the way, and then take your stick here and just you're poking it down in there to get rid of any air pockets, because air pockets are not good for your roots. And just kind of twist it down in there. If you find an air pocket, just put more on top. Keep twisting it down in there. You want to do this for all the way around the tree. And this also gets rid of the air, so the roots will stay more insulated when cold weather comes. And then take more of your bonsai soil and put around it like that. Make sure all the roots are covered. And then take some of your old soil that you saved here with all the fertilizer in it and put that around the tree. Pack it in. Also use the stick technique just to make sure everything's nice and sturdy. All the air pockets are out. This should keep your bonsai fertilized for a fair amount of time. Just keep poking it around and filling it in. don't want to rush this, because that could cause problems in the future with your bonsai's health. Just air pockets, filling it in. And then just kind of pat it down around the edges so the water will soak into the roots and not just flow out of the pot. Do a little bit more around the base here. Just a little bit more stick proning in here. Then when I finish doing this, I'm going to take the whole bonsai pot and tree and soak it in a tub of water till the water goes up to about there. Then I'll put my finishing rocks on it and you'll have a planted bonsai. So here I have the bonsai soaking in water. I did about 3/4 to halfway up, so water can get in the holes from the bottom. I'll leave that there for about 20 minutes or so, maybe longer. Then I'll start rocking it. Alright, so I let my bonsai soak in the water about to up there for about half an hour. Then just took it out and spread little rocks around it, make it look cool. Put a little begonia there. And then that's about it. But for now I think I'm gonna leave it like this, but in the future I'll probably take a wire and bend it back, do all that kind of stuff like a proper bonsai. But that is it for now. I'll probably make a follow-up video showing it in the future and maybe trimming it, fertilizing it, stuff like that. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you.